Saber Yunkebam, the Political Secretary, Indian Embassy. My friend and colleague on board, Mrs. Elvision Jacob. President of the School Management Committee, Indian School Seeb. Members of the School Management Committee. Principal, Indian School at Seeb. Principal, Indian School, Muscat. The stars of the day, the graduating children. Dear teachers, parents, a very good evening to one and all. Can I hear a good evening, please? I would like to first of all congratulate all the children for achieving this milestone in your life. You are on a threshold of change, of a new beginning. I've been listening to your aspirations in life, from being a teacher to a cabin crew. And we, all your well-wishers out here, wishes you all the very best in life, the best of you, and I'm sure all your aspirations comes true. The barrage of information in social media has impacted the attention span of an average individual, and it has reduced to less than 3.5 minutes. So I have a few images out here, and the talk will be substantiated with some images. And with the permission, I would like to be on the floor so that I could also visualize the screen. I would ensure you that the moment you are being distracted, we will conclude this session as well. If you ask me to concise the entire presentation for this evening of what message I have to convey, I would say living footprints that the world so badly needs. Earth is brimming with humans, 7.6 billion of them. Neither the ecology nor the economy can support unless and otherwise we act upon it now. Many times I feel life is like this. We are on the fastest lane of an expressway. We need quick actions, instant responses. We are all set to embrace the fourth industrial revolution. If the first industrial revolution was in the year 1765, the next one was in 1870. Centuries was a gap. The next one was in 1969, and we are all set to embrace the fourth industrial revolution. The best part is, the world starts talking about the fifth industrial revolution already. Every domain you take, it's undergoing a transformation, it's undergoing a change. Every domain, be it automobile to banking. We're not going to touch base on all the industries, all the domain today, but the changing landscapes in the field of industries, especially technology, the skills that is required to champion the workspace is undergoing transformation. Children, Generation Z, your needs are unique, your trades are unique. And academia, for sure, is also undergoing a tremendous transformation. Let us look at what is happening in the field of technology. These are called the 2025 disruptors. What do you mean by disruptors? Disruption is an innovation that is going to uproot the way you think, way you behave, the way you act, and the way we do business. It is at the same time destructive as well as innovative. You look at automation, advanced robotics, and artificial intelligence. 45% of the man-managed jobs are going to be replaced by machines, thanks to automation and advanced robotics. 800 million jobs are going to be vanished from the face of universe in less than a decade, and thanks to artificial intelligence. In less than 600 days, 5.1 million professional drivers in the United States alone is going to be jobless, and thanks to autonomous, near autonomous vehicles, self-driven cars. Now, as human beings, we have overcome automation in a greater manner, grander manner. But what makes it so difficult? What makes it so challenging as we speak today? Why are we talking so much about automation? The greatest challenge, I would say, in terms of automation, is your cognitive automation. The greatest asset of a human being, we as human beings, is what? Our minds, our reasoning capacity. And that is being automated. We create machines that mimic human intelligence with the best of our abilities. Our ability to learn, reason, and self-correct. And the irony is, we as human beings are moving far away from these qualities. That is why the world is talking about, worried about 2025 disruptors. I quote the statement of Sir Stephen Hawking. He says, artificial intelligence is a genie out of the bottle. It is going to change, it is going to challenge even the best humans at workplace. The next one is the skills. The skills that is required to champion the workspace is undergoing tremendous change as we speak. If you look at 2015 to 2020, the skills that has been required were complex problem solving. That's still going to remain the same in 2020 and the days to come. But if you really look at it, critical thinking and creativity has taken a very important stand in the list of skills that has been required. Not only that, cognitive flexibility and emotional intelligence has taken a very important place in the skills that is required to champion the workspace. Now again, the irony is, the study says, don't take it negative, Generation Z lack in cognitive social skills like communication, critical thinking, and creativity. So these are areas and elements for sure that you need to definitely work on. The hottest topic in academia today is to how to transition millennials into adulthood. The kind of dependency the millennials have is something of a major concern. Yes, we need an altered educational system. We need a system where we are trained on specific skills, attitude, and approaches. No questions asked about it. The recently concluded World Economic Forum, in which the Chief Executive Officer of IBM has clearly stated the way he wants to see his organization in terms of acquiring new skills, not graduate degrees. That's a clear indication. Another important topic that is of discussion in academia today is how to prepare Generation Z for jobs that do not exist. How do you do that? As an educational system, we need to be transformed from information centers to centers of excellence, where you embrace collaboration, where you celebrate diversity, critical thinking, communication, leadership, negotiation, creativity are imbibed in the habits of children from the day one they enter the schooling system. It's very important because we are preparing a new generation for jobs that do not exist. Okay.
Education is a big challenge now. If we do not change the way we teach, 30 years later we'll be in trouble. Because the way we teach, the thing we teach our kids are the things in the past 200 years is knowledge-based. And we cannot teach our kids to compete with a machine who is smarter. We have to teach something unique. That is, machine can never catch up with us. Value, believing, independent thinking, teamwork, care for others. These are the soft part. The knowledge may not teach you that. Folks, that's why I think we should teach our kids on sports, the music, painting, art, to making sure humans should be different from everything we teach should be different from machine. If the machine can do better, you have to think about it.
You need to differentiate yourself from the non-sentient computers. You need to have the skills within you to be nourished and cherished. Very important. Let us look at some of the trends that's happening in academia today, because this is a time that you are entering into a different phase in life. The trends in academia has been changing from brick and mortar to a combination of online training. Institution industry partnerships are gaining a lot of momentum across the globe, which includes, the recent one is the Paris Saclay. In Oman, you have Knowledge Oasis Muscat. These are all good examples of industry academia partnerships. Remote learning and open universities. Universities like MIT to Harvard's to Oxford's. They provide open learning and open university or courses even without a formal education today. Internationalization. Most of the universities, they tie up with international partnerships. They get into international partnership to give you a global perspective of what happens, or like prepare yourself for being a global professional. How many of you have heard about Swaraj University? I would leave it here respecting time, but you would definitely need to look at Swaraj University. It's a great example of self-directed learning. As and when you take in a professional degree, that's nano degrees. No, that's not nano degrees. What I'm saying is, as and when you're taking a professional degree, for example, you're going to take a B in computer science, and you would like to become a network engineer, network professional. Ensure that you also get into skill-based courses. For example, the latest in the domain is software-defined networks. So you don't need to come back and see that there's a huge gap between academia and what the industry needs. So identify what the industrial demands are and ensure that you get into nano degree or small programs which can help you out in gaining your employment in a most faster manner. Now, success at some point of time has been defined as a postgraduate degree in a trendy subject, a handsome amount of salary that has been defined, and a supposed to be so-called permanent job. This is an absolutely old school of thought. Okay? Success is no more defined like that. If you are career ambitious, be prepared to commit yourself for lifelong learning. Otherwise, you're out of the game. Why am I saying this? Continual improvements, strive for progress, constant upskilling. Today, artificial intelligence is the buzzword. Believe you me not, 5 years down the line, that's not going to be the technology. So where are you going to be standing if you do not update yourself or commit yourself for lifelong learning? Critical thing. Be prepared to be committing for lifelong learning. And how do you get to be committing for lifelong learning is by self-learning. If you ask me, the greatest curse of our educational system today is that we are all back of instant gratifications. A recent study that has been done, a case study, wherein 95% to 100% scorers in a particular class has been given a surprise test exactly 3 months down the line after their annual examination. Taken those who have scored between 95 to 100, and you know what is the kind of percentages they ended up at? Between 60 to 65. And the study shows that if this test would have happened 9 months down the line, 50% of them are possibly not even cleared the exam. Instant gratification. The greatest change that you're going to face between your base education and higher education is going to be self-learning. The greatest difference, the greatest change. And be a self-learner, thereby you commit for a lifelong learning ecosystem. Today, the change makers of the world are all set to create a path, and they are waiting to give this baton to you all. And what is your role? How are you going to be the next generation change makers? Aspire, set standards, seek the truth, inspire, take responsibility, retrospect, support each other. Let's look at it quickly. Aspire, dare to dream. You define yourself what you want to be 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 15 years, and 50 years down the line. Document it. Why do I say to document it? Document, when you write down your dreams, aspirations, you are committing to yourself, knowingly or unknowingly. The moment you document it, you're committing yourself. The third one is that ensure that you read out your dreams on a daily basis. I say, I repeat, daily basis. And attracted by thoughts, words, and actions. The moment you read it on a daily basis, what happens is, subconsciously, the people around you, the community around you, the friends around you, everyone will start believing in your dreams. Very important to aspire. Majority of us aspires and dreams for a best house, the best of the car, the best position, the best experience. All of them are important. But this is not going to give you something called fulfillment. Agreed? What can give you fulfillment? Best life is a combination of purpose and passion. A combination of purpose and passion. Now, what is purpose? A purpose is to find your unique skills, passion, and happiness, to be emotionally healthy adults who can engage in meaningful relationships, to be productive members of society and make a difference to the world, create a life of personally meaningful life experiences, and to fulfill your destiny and inherent potential. Abraham Maslow is defined life it is a detailed definition by itself. In the gist of his definition is what a man can be. One of my friends out here has actually said this out here. What a man can be, what a woman can be, he must be. Utilizing your fullest potential is very important. That's called purpose. Every business house, every business unit, a successful business unit needs to have a clear vision and a mission statement. This is how we get into, whether it's a startup company or a company which needs to have or requires a turnaround. A vision and a mission statement is very important. From a schooling system like Indian School Seeb, board of directors, Facebook, every organization has a vision statement. As a schooling system, we ensure that, our vision is to ensure that every child in the Indian schooling system should undergo transformative learning, equipped with the skills, knowledge, and the well-being to identify your true purpose and meaning in life. Now, it is very important you need to have a vision statement. Where do you aim to be? Where do I see yourself from 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and 25 years down the line? And mission statement is, how do you get there? And what is your mission statement for today? Today, your mission statement is nothing but education. Education be a statement of who you are and what you want to be in life. Set your standards in anything and everything that you do. Set your standard that you and people around you expect you to be. Your level of excellence, your level of success, your set of values. And raise the bars of standard as every day possible. Now, whom are you challenging? You are challenging your yesterdays. Again, a friend of mine out here, he said this. You're not competing with your colleague who's standing next to you. Your greatest challenge and your greatest competition is with yourself. So, set your standards. Seek the truth. We live in a world of illusions. We live in a world of fake news and alternate news. You need to get out of your comfort zone to understand what is truth, what is fact. How do you get there? Earth seems to be a flat horizon for us. Sometimes we believe that it's a perfect sphere. That's not the case. Earth is somewhat like a pear-shaped, swollen at its equator, squashed at its poles. What I'm trying to say is like get out of your comfort zones to understand the fact of life and what is truth. It's very important. Inspire yourself. Many of the children say that, you know what, I don't feel motivated enough. Your greatest motivator in your life is yourself. You need to inspire yourself. It's not like I can't do it, I can do it. Take ownership. While I was here on the stage, ma'am was talking about a particular child. So like, I want to become a chef, example. And my father wants to, make me an IT professional. Many of children face this challenge today. We have a dream and the parents think, no, that's not the right thing to do. Now, I will tell you a small story and I'll conclude you on this. I know of a family friend where the boy has got an admission in Indian IIT Chennai. He completed his grad from there. It's one of the most, rather a dream campus for most of us here. He completed his graduation, came back one day home and told Mom, I want to become a pilot. Mom just laughed at it, pilot. You're going to be picked up from the best campuses or best institutions in the world. Pilot again? No ways. Then he firmly said, Mom, I want to become a pilot. Mom got panic, moms. Yeah. She ran to the dad and said, like, you know what? Our son wants to become a pilot. I said, it's okay. I mean, it's his age. Doesn't matter. Don't bother. The boy went back and he has written back a letter to his dad, a 4-page letter, saying that, why I want to be a pilot? How will I become a pilot? And what will I be, or what is the cutting edge of being a pilot compared to what I am going to be with my engineering graduation? Children, it's a real-time story. He is a pilot today. What I'm trying to tell you is, many a times, we are not able to convince our parents for various reasons. You need to understand why they insist on something. Because they love you. They care for you. They value you. They want to see that you are secure in life. But the moment you prove to them that you are capable of taking ownership, they will stay with you with your dreams. It's very important. If you still depend on your mom to make the bed and to clean your clothes, you still nag about your studies, and you expect them to believe that I want to become a photographer, there is a challenge. So bridge the gap by taking ownership. And not only your parents, the entire community, the nature conspires to your dream, and you will become what you want to be. Retrospect, very important. Every day, you need to have a to-do list in your life. To-do list. And by the end of the day, spend 30 minutes to rate where you stand for the day. This is how you will beat your yesterdays. It's not an easy thing. It's a very scientific way of handling it. You need to retrospect and identify where did I go wrong, what did I do good, where do I need improvisation. That's where you become a better you. This is my last 2 slides. Voyager, the farthest man-made object in the space of the universe, when it was leaving the brink of the solar system, it turned back and took a picture of Earth and sent it back to us. And that is this small little dot that you can see out here. This is Earth. 7.6 billion of the human beings are here. Our egos, our boundaries, our fights, our communalism, name it, all these are in this small dot. We are so insignificant in the vast canvas of this cosmos. And read it out what Carl Sagan, the most famous astrophysicist of the 20th century, said. Consider again that dot, that's here, that's home, that's us. On it, everyone you love, everyone you know, everyone you have heard of, every human being who ever was lived out their lives is in the small space. What you need to do is be a good friend. The calamities that has happened recently, whether it's in Tamil Nadu, United States, or in Kerala, has taught us this great example that we need our core fellow beings for us to survive. Be there for anyone and everyone who needs your support and help all the time. Be a chef, be a poet, be a painter, be a doctor. Ensure that make a positive change to leave a legacy behind. Value and exercise your right to education, to self-empowerment and life's purpose and mission. Children, this is my last slide for the evening. Do not settle for number two. Do not settle for number two. And challenge yourself by asking this question. Am I the best version of you? Good luck. Thank you.